Hello, everybody, and welcome back to day 4 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas for 2023. My name is Tristan. I am the creator of Evolve EdTech, if we haven't met before. And thank you so much for joining us again for another amazing AI tool that you could use in your teaching and learning as an educator. In today's episode of the 12 AI tools of Christmas, we're going to have a look at the AI-powered tool, and it's a paraphrasing tool called Quillbot. We're going to provide you with some examples of how you could use Quillbot in your classroom, and we'll go and have a very quick look at the actual application and tool so that you can decide if it's the right tool for you to use in your classroom. So before we get into today's episode, we just want to remind you that we'd love for you to connect with us here at Evolve EdTech. Make sure that you head over to our wonderful website and check out everything that we have on offer, including our videos, our resources, our digital templates, and coming soon, we will have some amazing courses, including free and very cheap courses that you'll be able to access to build and expand your ed tech knowledge and experience. So just head over to www.evolveedtech.com to check that out. We'd also love it if you connected with us on our social media platforms. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on X, and we are right here on YouTube, which again leads me into asking you, if you haven't done so already, we would love it if you would like and subscribe to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. By subscribing, you are going to continue to motivate me to share my knowledge and love of EdTech and help you build your confidence with using EdTech in your classroom. So please subscribe to our channel, like this video so other people can see how amazing the resources and the tutorials are here at Evolve EdTech. All right, today we are going to look at the amazing AI-powered paraphrasing tool known as Quillbot. Now, I learned about Quillbot from one of my friends, Coach Carol, who is a genealogist and has a fantastic academy if you're into family history and telling family history stories. And I'm going to pop her information below this video on YouTube, just in case you're very interested in going and exploring what she has on offer. So Quillbot is an AI-powered paraphrasing tool that is really useful and beneficial for teachers. It can help you reword text in a variety of ways, making it an excellent addition to your instructional toolkit. We always like to make sure that we have different information, but sometimes it takes a lot of time to get that. Using Quillbot, you're able to create those reworded texts, reworded activities in a really effective and efficient way. So with Quillbot, you can also quickly create unique versions of existing content, such as lesson plans, worksheets, assessments. How amazing would that be? What a time saver. So being able to create differentiated versions of the same activities using Quillbot, big plus in my book. Quillbot's paraphrasing modes also allow for varying degrees of creativity, from those subtle changes to complete rewrites. You can also access Quillbot's grammar checker, which is great, especially if you decide to experiment and use this with your students, because grammar and being able to use grammar correctly is a really important life skill. So overall, Quillbot is a really valuable resource if you're looking for ways to enhance your own writing and your students' in writing and their engagement with original material in your classroom. So today, what we're going to do with this episode of the 12 AI Tools of Christmas is we're not going to go so much into demonstrating how Quillbot works, but we're going to show you a range of the features on offer. Then I encourage you to go and experiment and play around with the free version to see if Quillbot is a tool that would be effective for you to use in your classroom. Or as an educator in general. So today, we're more about looking at what this tool is and whether or not it is something that you might decide to access and use in future. Now, before we get into exploring Quillbot, I just want to go through 5 ways that you could actually use and incorporate Quillbot into your classroom. So let's go and have a look at these 5 really simple ways to use this tool in your classroom. Number 1, creating unique and engaging lesson plans. So with Quillbot, you are able to reword those existing lesson plans or those existing activities that you might have, and you can refresh those and you can create more engagement for your students. Quillbot's ability to generate different paraphrases will allow you to tailor your lessons for different learning styles and preferences. Great if you have a different range of students from year to year. You might move from higher ability to middle to lower ability. Rather than reinventing the wheel, you can use Quillbot to differentiate and tailor those lessons so that you aren't reinventing that wheel and you are saving yourself a ton of time. Number 2, crafting original worksheets and assessments. What a great thing to do. With Quillbot, you can use this to create unique and personalized worksheets and assessments. How cool is that? Being able to create personalized worksheets and assessments. By rephrasing existing questions or prompts, you can ensure that your assessments are challenging and engaging and relevant and accessible for all of your learners. And you can do this by accessing the AI powered tool and capabilities of Quillbot. Number 3, develop personalized learning materials. So with Quillbot, you can create personalized learning materials for specific students who might have specific needs or learning styles. So rather than recreating, you can simply rephrase difficult text to make it easier and more accessible. You can create alternative versions of assignments or worksheets. You can provide more scaffolding to ensure that all of your students have access and are able to complete their learning activities to their ability. Our next way that we could use Quillbot is to enhance student writing. With Quillbot, you can actually help students improve their writing skills. You can guide students through the process of paraphrasing, encouraging them to use different sentence structures and vocabulary as they are creating their own texts and compositions. Additionally, Quillbot's grammar checker is also fantastic in helping students identify and correct those errors in their writing. Even if you have students like I do who really don't care about capital letters or punctuation, you can actually help them understand the importance of those 2 elements by using the grammar checker from Quillbot. And finally, you can actually translate text for multilingual learners. That is a fantastic element of Quillbot. So with Quillbot, you can use the translate text features to translate text into different languages. So this is a really valuable tool if you have students from a number of different language backgrounds in your classroom. Here, you can use Quillbot to provide students with access to materials in their native languages or languages that they are more comfortable in using and accessing. How fantastic is that? A really valuable and simple way to use this tool to ensure that all of our students, including those students who may not be from the same language background natively as you are, being able to access their learning efficiently and effectively. So just like everything, Quillbot does come in a number of versions. There is a fantastic free version of Quillbot available, and they also have their premium version. Quillbot's free version, okay, just like most things, is limited with what you can do and what you can access. So this is why I'm suggesting that you just go and explore Quillbot and see what it can do before you decide whether or not Quillbot is something that you would like to subscribe to financially. If you do find that Quillbot is something that is worth investment, then you need to have a look at the premium option. My suggestion is that paying for it for a 12-month period is far more effective than paying for it month by month or using the other options available. You can see from the screen here that the ability and capabilities of the premium version increase dramatically when you subscribe to this tool. So before you decide to make that plunge, make sure the tool is right for you first. Don't make a financial contribution and investment into a tool that isn't going to be suitable. So experiment, explore, and test using the free version first. That is my big hint and tip to ensure that you're investing in tools that are actually going to be beneficial to you and your students. So in a moment, we're going to head over and we're going to start having a look at Quillbot. As I mentioned earlier, today we're not going to go in and demonstrate how we could use the tools. Today, we're just going to focus on the features and functions of Quillbot so that it can help you decide if Quillbot is a tool that you might like to invest in and you might like to add to your educational toolkit. So we're going to head over to quillbot.com and we're going to start exploring some of those features and functions and having a look to see if Quillbot is right for you. All right, so I've just headed over to quillbot.com and we have landed on their homepage. This is a very simple homepage which will provide you with all the information that you need to be able to decide if this is the tool for you. Now, just remember that with the free and premium versions, there are different capabilities. So some of these different aspects that I will show you today do require the premium subscription in order to function. So we may not be able to look at those today, but it is something for you to consider if it is right for you if you're looking at this in the future. So at the moment, we can see down the left-hand side here, we have the variety of different options that we can use with Quillbot. We're currently in the paraphraser. There's the grammar checker, plagiarism checker, co-writer, summarizer, citation generator, and translator. Some really fantastic tools that you might find beneficial to use in your classroom. So let's quickly go and have a look at the paraphraser. Here you can see that you can customize your language. There are a variety of different languages here, and I can even choose Australian English, which is fantastic. We've got our different modes. So these refer to the type of text that is going to be created, and it helps Quillbot determine the language that is going to be used and how that particular text will be rewritten. So you can see that as I hover over these different modes, it provides us with a little explanation of those particular modes and what you may achieve by using those modes. You can see here that we can practice with the paraphraser. We can try a sample text. Okay, it tells us to put what you want changed in this section, then click the paraphrase button below. So let's click the paraphrase button, and over on the right-hand side, we can see here that we have a number of different elements that we could change. So we can rephrase these, we can determine what mode we would like, all right, and we can change this text to our heart's content. So simple and so easy. Just remember that you are limited to a specific number of words with the free version, but if you're just looking to try this out, that should be perfectly fine for you. Let's head over to have a look at another one of Quillbot's amazing tools, and that is the grammar checker. So what we're going to do here is we are going to start by writing or pasting a text or uploading a document. So I'm actually going to go and head over to a tool that we looked at in episode number 3 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas, and that is Twee. Now I'm going to head over to Twee because I know that hopefully I can find it. One of my particular activities that I created is actually a text that looks at the hero's journey. So I actually asked the AI powered tool in Twee to create this short text on the hero's journey. So I'm going to copy that and we're going to head back to Twee and we're going to paste that text. All right, so we pasted that text there. And over here on the right-hand side, it is providing us with information on our grammar and what we might need to do to improve this text. How cool is that? Really simple, really efficient, really effective, which is what we do like as teachers. All right, let's go and have a look at the plagiarism checker. Now, the plagiarism checker is only available if you have a premium subscription, so please make sure you do that. We can see here that it's telling us all about the different functions of the plagiarism checker and telling you what you need to do in order to use the plagiarism checker element of Quillbot. So if you're looking to check to make sure that your students' work is their own, this might be a tool that you decide to use if you invest in this AI-powered paraphrasing application. The co-writer here, this one is just a fantastic tool that will provide you with some ideas that will help you with some planning of some writing. So you can import files here, or you can start writing or search for content by clicking research, okay? And it will provide you with some suggestions. I had a play around with this last night. Very simple, very easy, might be something that is beneficial for you. The next part is our summarizer tool. Here we are able to summarize text. So I still have that hero's journey information copied here. So I'm going to paste that in and we're going to click summarize to see what happens. Here we have summarized all of that information down into just 8 sentences. So 104 words. How simple, how effective if you want to really condense and summarize information into a very, very simple explanation. You can decide again on your summary length, so you can decide how short or long that particular summary is. How fantastic is that? The citation generator, okay, here we can create accurate citations for free. So we can enter the URL. We've got journal articles, books. We've got other types of text that we might use within your classroom or your students might access. And you can create that citation list just there. How simple, how easy, how amazing. And finally, we have our translator. So again, we can paste our text and we can translate that into another language. So let's say I'm going to translate this into some Japanese, and there we go. It has translated that text into another language, which I can then download, I can then copy, and I can provide to my students. So simple, so amazing. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fantastic features of Quillbot, which you could use and incorporate into your educational toolkit. And you could use these with your students if they had access to this wonderful AI-powered paraphrasing tool. A couple of other really simple, cool things here. We can see that we can use Quillbot for Chrome. We can also incorporate Quillbot into Word, and we can use Quillbot on Mac OS if we are using an Apple device. So there are a whole range of other benefits to using Quillbot in the classroom with your students if it is something that you decide to invest in. Quillbot and the AI powered paraphrasing tool will help you enhance not only your writing, but the writing of your students. So go and have a look and see if Quillbot is a tool that you could use today. It might not be right for you, but it might be right for somebody else, one of your colleagues. And how amazing would it be if you could recommend this particular tool to them and look like you have a wealth of knowledge when it comes to fantastic AI powered paraphrasing and writing tools. Well, that comes to the end of a very quick explanation of Quillbot. And I just wanted you today to really see those different elements that you could access if you decide to experiment with Quillbot. It looks like a fantastic tool, and I think it would be something that would be really beneficial for educators as part of their educational toolkit. So go and have a look at Quillbot, see if it's the right tool for you, and decide whether or not it is worth your investment. Well, that brings us to the end of day 4 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas for 2023. I can't believe we are at day 4 already. That just means we have 8 more AI tools to share with you this holiday season. Well, before you head off today, I'd just like to remind you, if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe to the Evolve EdTech YouTube channel. By liking and subscribing to our channel, you motivate me to continue to create new and useful content to help you with your EdTech journey as you are moving forward. Anyway, that's enough for today. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow for day 5 of the 12 AI tools of Christmas 2023. Until then, stay safe, everybody.